Good morning friends. In previous lecture we have discussed about Akbar's policies, about their rules and regulation, how the emperor ruled, who were their main people like Subedar, Mansabdar and Diwan. Today we are going to discuss about the Mughal Empire in the 17th century and after. As you know that when Babur stabilized his emperor in India, from that time in 1526 to 1707 up to Aurangzeb's time, it was the good time for Mughal Empire, and there was a prosperity and much development was there during this time. In this time, administrative and military efficiency was there. Military was powerful and administration was good. When administration remained good at that time, prosperity comes its own, but prosperity was there, but it was in few hands. Many Subedar were powerful, many Mansabdars were there, and about 8,000 Mansabdar were there. Only 445 were powerful and they have much money, much wealth, and other remaining 7,555 were not so wealthy. There was a discrimination among them. The elite, the people who belonged to the emperor, they were powerful, and also Subedars were powerful. How we know these all things? Many foreign travelers, international travelers were there who told that international travelers described it as a favored land of wealth. When they came in India, they saw the prosperity of emperor and they saw the wealth, too much wealth was there, and it was as they have listened in the story, too much prosperity was there, but there was a two side of the coin. The courtier, the people who belonged to the king, they were prosperous, and many poor people were also there. During the reign of Shah Jahan, when he constructed Taj Mahal, at that time famine was there and lot of population got death due to hunger. It was the condition. Prosperity was there, it was true, but like in present time, when we go in big cities, we can see high buildings, big skyscrapers, but slums are also there. and many people, they are living in slums, they are living in poverty. In the same way, at the time of Mughal Empire, the poverty was too much. The peasants who were in the contact of emperor, the artisans who were in the contact of emperor, they supply things to the emperor, they were prosperous. The big landlords, zamindars, they were prosperous, but the small farmers and other artisans who give revenue to the empire at that time, they do not have much money to do work, to gain more profit, and sometimes they suffer. They do not get food for their survival. This was the condition. Many travelers like Antonio Montserrat, he came India in 1536 and he lived here in up to 1600. He was from Spain. And also Francois Bernier, he lived here in 1625 to 1688. They explained the condition of Mughal Empire. And in the late 18th century, the Mughal Empire was becoming weak. Mughal Empire was started declining. All the time of construction, Taj Mahal, there was famine, as I told you. At that time, due to famine, many people got death. And now we are going to discuss about expenses of Mughal Emperor and Mansabdars. What were the expenses of Mansabdars and Mughal Emperor? As you know, the ruler, they do the work of construction. Like in present time, there is a construction of road, and somewhere there is a construction of buildings also. Construction works take place, and it provides facility to the people. And at the time of Emperor of Mughals, they also constructed many buildings like Taj Mahal. They created beautiful buildings, but at the same time there was a famine. The people's condition was not good. The main expenses of Mansabdars were the salary of their cavalry and also their own salary. Here the main revenue or the revenue which the emperor gave, it came from the artisans and peasants. At that time, those peasants who distribute, who provide goods to the emperor, and also artisans whose produce were sent to the emperor, they were benefited. But the type of taxes taken by, the amount of taxes taken by the empire was too much. That is why the peasants and artisans, they had a very less to continue their work. Here, the scale of revenue collection left very little for the investment in the hand of the peasants, the artisans. That is why they remain very poor. Their condition was not so good. They were living in hardship. And beyond, when the authority of Mughal emperor slowly started declining, at that time the Mughal empire, which was divided into many Suba, and the Subedar were too much powerful, because under them military was there and they take care of the political condition, political happenings. Then when the Mughal emperor became less powerful, then the different Subedars of a different area, they started ruling independently. But they rule under the Mughal emperor, but they rule independently, like the Awadh and the southern India, it was Hyderabad. This Suba was started ruling independently. Sadat Khan of Awadh, he started ruling independently, but they recognize their emperor as powerful and they rule under them. This was the condition of the Mughal Empire in the 17th century, and after, as you know, when Aurangzeb got death in 1707, after that Mughal Empire was started declining.